just went to edit this video that you're about to see, and I realized that I didn't really do any setup. I just kind of dove right in and I didn't give you any context. So I'm filming this section after what you're about to see and just rearranging it in the edit. But basically the context here is that I've now been a mom for almost 8 months. I really feel like I'm hitting a turning point in new motherhood where I'm kind of emerging and coming into myself as a new mom. Over the past 8 months, I have had little to no interest in doing things really for myself that I used to do. Things like focusing on my mental health, my own routines, exercising, journaling, and I kind of just had this renaissance moment. That's definitely not the right word, but I just had sort of an awakening of I'm finally ready to dive back into some personal self-care. So this is kind of like a mom glow up moment. I'm having my first moment as a mom where I'm realizing that you got to fill your own cup up so that my cup can be full, so that I can give my full self to Milo. So Laura and I, my content manager who works with me at Lucie Fink Media, have been having a lot of discussions about what we want to do, and Laura's also going through some of her own personal mental health work, and we just decided to work together, become each other's accountability partners. We just decided that we want to work together and have kind of this renewed sense of self-care for summer 2022 together.
We made a decision.
We've come to a conclusion.
It's happening.
Tell him, why don't you?
Okay. Lucie obviously is a new mom. I just got a puppy, and
you're a new mom.
So I'm a new mom, and I've been working through some like mental health things.
And here's the thing, I struggle to share a lot of this on social media because I know it's actually opposite of what most people go through postpartum. But everyone's body's different, and for me, my postpartum body, because I'm nursing, which takes so much energy and is pulling so many calories from me, my body's at the lightest weight I've ever been. I'm lighter than I was pre-baby. I'm lighter than I was when I was not even diagnosed with celiac disease and I was having like gut issues. And I eat so much food. I eat all the time until I'm full. I honestly don't even eat that healthy. I eat a lot of healthy foods, but I don't ever watch what I eat. I don't count a single calorie. And genetically, I'm small, but now because I'm nursing, I'm even smaller. And I've been noticing it. I've been seeing it on my body. And I weighed myself just to see. And it was alarming to me that the weight was lower than I ever was. So I said to Laura, I need to put on weight. And I've said this before and I've tried to do it before, but it was really hard to do before my celiac diagnosis. And then pretty quickly after my celiac diagnosis, I got pregnant. So I put on weight. I think for me, I also don't do a lot of workouts. So we were talking about how one thing I need to do is strength training. I don't do cardio anyway, but I don't think that cardio, walking, or yoga is gonna really help me with this. I need to Lucie, my nanny Lucie, is cutting a carrot right now.
Scarily.
With the knife going so close to her hand. She's safe. She knows what she's doing. She's a professional chef.
Was this yours or mine?
You can have it. I need the calories. I think I also need to work with a nutritionist or a health expert to create a legitimate meal plan. Whatever it is that I need to actually have this new strength training thing pay off and turn into weight and muscle.
Quick note, I said nutritionist in that clip, but that was actually before I did my research and dove into it. It's actually a registered dietitian, and currently at this stage, which is, a couple weeks after I filmed that, I have found the person that I'm working with, so stay tuned. I'll be making a lot more content about that whole journey, including the strength training and the registered dietitian, but we're gonna do it.
Laura, you can now share your story.
I haven't worked out because I've just been, dealing with some other stuff. And #trauma. Kidding.
My girly.
I used to work out every single day. Most people don't enjoy working out. I actually love working out. I was a competitive gymnast. I just love working out. It's so fun to me. And I just haven't done it. I also lost my whole morning routine. I used to journal for 30 minutes every morning, and then I would do a 10-minute meditation. And I just lost that, and I feel like I'm missing a piece of me. In the near future, I'm gonna start trying to have a baby. I want to be strong and in the best shape mentally and physically.
Morning routine kind of goes out the window with a baby. Just not trying to scare you on that, but
right.
at least for us, you know, I wake up at 7 and I pump and I give Michael the bottle and Michael gives Milo his bottle and I like try to get a little more sleep. But even if I did get up and out of bed, I only have so much time to get myself together and like brush my teeth and wash my face before it's time for Milo to like have his morning playtime and then go down for his nap. So I have some time at night, like if I want to journal, you know, the whole working out thing and the whole meditation thing. Laura and I were just talking about how we need to get back on track and we want to do it together and we want to be each other's accountability partners.
Yes.
So we'll see you there.
See you when we're our best freaking selves.
Okay, I'm popping back in here because I never said in the video what we decided out of that meeting. We decided every single workday we are going to take a 30-minute chunk and set it aside. 10 minutes of meditation followed by 10 minutes of journaling followed by 10 minutes of stretching. So in this next clip, we are at Laura's apartment and I was kind of finishing up my work and she was like, Lucie, it's time. We set a timer on our phones to do this every single day. And it's time, so you gotta put that away and let's get to the meditation.
What are you looking at? What's the content?
It's like a mom show. I'm trying to look like mom friends.
So it is precisely 3:30. Do you know what that means?
I do.
What's it
Means I
mean?
have to stop.
And,
You have to meditate.
and,
Journal.
and.
Stretch.
Great.
Right?
Yep. Ready again on 3?
Yeah, I'll just put this on pause.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready? Step away. Glasses.
Okay, so 10-minute meditation. Oh, it's happening. Oh my god, my back hurts. I just realized as I stood up.
I got up and my legs hurt.
Thank you for filming this for us.
You're so welcome.
This is our journey.
Let's do it.
I'll set a timer on my phone
Should we do it in like the...
for 10 minutes.
Okay, let's go do it out here. I'm
gonna
sorry.
flip this.
Please look at her tail.
We're gonna meditate. Do you wanna join us? No barky, no speaky.
Okay. Pop.
And then I have to pump. Meditation followed by pump.
Okay. Do you want to do a guided meditation?
I feel like I could use like 10 minutes of silence.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Do you ever do silent meds?
No.
I just think we should sit with our thoughts. Okay?
That's hard for me.
So just ready? Here we go. No speaking. Okay, we're done with our meditations. We're gonna share what happened. Oh wait, I have my protein shake as I'm trying to gain weight.
I came to a conclusion that I was doing this thing where like my light and creativity like flows through my body. It's kind of like a body scan, and it starts at my stomach and it emits up into my head and my arms and my heart and my shoulders and all that stuff. And I realized that my energy is just like all here and out. I feel like not aligned with my body, so it was really hard for me to relax. And I kept feeling my eyes like twitch a little, like
Fluttering. For some reason, when I'm meditating, depending on like how relaxed I am, either I can feel, there have been times that I've gone to places in New York City back before COVID times when I've been to a few meditation zones, and you go with a group and do a meditation. And there have been times in that room when I've had like the best meditation of my life, and I'm basically like rejuvenating as if I'm asleep. My eyes are so heavy closed and I'm really in it.
yeah.
And then sometimes I try to do it and I feel like I'm in a really light sleep, and it's like my eyes won't even fully close. I'm kind of looking around behind my eyelids.
Totally feel that, and I want to even get to that place where I'm like looking around even my eyelids. Like I feel so disconnected.
I was telling Laura I was doing my classic body scan. Once I got to my boobs, I realized how full they felt, so then I like kind of got off track and was coordinating my pump, my next pump. But then I went back and I kept going, and when I got to the end of that, I was doing like
Explain what your body scan is.
my body scan is kind of like if you envision that you have like toilet paper or like a mummy wrap, and you start at the very top of your head and you envision this like wrap being wrapped around every inch of your body.
I would feel so claustrophobic.
You're not actually like envisioning that you're getting wrapped up tight. It's just a way to like put your attention on every square inch of your body from top to bottom, front and back, every area, and you like think when you're on your neck, you like feel your neck without touching it, and then you can feel your ribs, and you can feel your belly button, and it goes all the way down to your toes, and then back up, unwrapping it. And then I did a in-person. I was trying to like look at myself in the mirror, but envisioning that I like walked up to myself and I was looking at myself.
So deep.
And I asked myself, who are you? And then I was just staring at her, waiting to answer.
Did she answer?
She never answered.
Maybe
But
she'll
I'm just
answer
curious,
in journaling.
who am I? Yeah, so our next step is 10 minutes of journaling. Maybe I'll find out. The thing is, I think I know who I am. I think what I'm more so, I was having this like existential moment. I think it was in a dream last night. I was having this existential moment of like recognizing what life is and like how weird it is that we're all just like
Going about
beings. We're all just these living beings, and it's very existential where my brain was at right now, but it does always get me thinking like, what on earth are we doing here?
Mm-hmm.
And what, I don't know if the word is like, what are we supposed to be doing, or what is the purpose, or what's the best way to go about living, because you only have this life. Anywho, I bought 4 chocolate protein shakes from 4 different brands to taste test and see which ones are the best. This one tastes really good, but it has 21 grams of sugar.
I was saying to my therapist before I was like dealing with whatever I was dealing with that I felt like journaling, meditating, all these things were like my life crutch, like how to survive. Like I would do these things because I didn't speak to anyone about them. So I haven't journaled in like months.
I think I'm gonna pump while I journal.
Oh, great. So I even got this brand new journal. It's getting hot in here.
By the way, like we're not gonna share our journals with each other. When you write a journal and you know someone's reading it, you're not gonna write what you wanna write.
That's true because you want to act like you're the main character. Wow, this is insane for me.
Here we go. What are you starting with? Hello.
Literally, I'm writing hello soul.
Okay.
Well,
What do you think?
honestly, I feel like literally crying.
Oh my god.
Like a full circle moment for me. Like I've just avoided it for so long because I didn't want to sit in my feelings. So it feels like really good to be able to do that.
Good, I'm so happy.
I'm just proud of myself.
Me too. And that's the start of a brand new journal.
Literally page 1. Crazy.
Amazing.
That felt really good.
I wonder if I start journaling every day, like what I'm gonna write about on most days, because I feel like when I journal once in a blue moon like that, I feel like I always go back to the same kind of general takeaway, which I don't mind sharing, which is basically just like,
What is life?
what is life?
Purpose?
Well, honestly, the general takeaway is always something related to like, I'm here to enjoy and love and have like a meaningful, loving journey through life. Even though I don't feel particularly stressed about any work-related stuff, I do work a lot and I just like put a lot of attention into it. So me remembering work is work, and then life is about life and living and enjoying and loving and giving and, you know, spending quality time with people, like real things, not the internet. But I did have a lot of thoughts in here about this is my first time journaling since being a mom.
Wow.
And kind of like reintroducing myself, because I feel like I didn't think I was gonna change that much going into motherhood, and I also think I was like resisting changing. A lot of people told me that when I gave birth that it's like you are dying and being reborn as a mom, and I hated that. And I was like crying in postpartum in the first weeks, thinking like my life is not the same, I miss my life, I don't want to die.
I don't want to like lose this old me. But just as time has gone on, it's become clear to me that like I totally am new, and I don't have to see it as like a death, but I'm just so much more than I was. I thought I was like everything I was ever going to be, and now I'm like Lucie 2.0.
What did I say to you?
That's what you said, right?
I said you are Lucie 2.0
version
now.
2. Oh yeah, I actually wrote in there that I feel like I'm living in the good old days, and I want to like remember that.
Before Milo, like you thought having a baby would be going through life as you were with a baby on your hip, which obviously is not the case. But I feel like in a sense it like kind of is, because you are still yourself and going through life. Like maybe you can't just like pick up and go to dinner every night, but
on the outside it is. And when I look at the day-to-day motions of my life, it is.
Yeah.
It's really more so the internal doesn't feel like recognizable from my internal before, mostly because of the weight that you feel when you have a child that like I could not have foreseen. And I didn't think I was gonna feel. And not that I even have postpartum anxiety or absurd fears or postpartum depression. It's just that like the whole weight and gravity of the situation that like you now have this thing for the rest of time that is relying on you, and that you genuinely, I tried to explain this to Michael, he obviously gets it, but I just think as a mom it's stronger. It's such a vulnerable situation to have a kid, because all of a sudden you feel this feeling. I actually was talking about this with a friend and like burst out crying and was like, what is wrong with me?
Really?
Yeah, I'm not gonna cry this time when I say it, but it's this feeling of like, oh my God, my whole life, every ounce of my happiness is riding on this thing's well-being.
Yeah.
And if anything happens to this thing, I will never be happy again. Before Milo, the only person I felt that way about was me. I'm responsible for one person's happiness and well-being, and that is me. And like, I'm always with me, so I'm always in charge. I always have final say on everything, and it's like you just have to let go of that when you have a kid. Even every night as you go to sleep, it's like I'm trying to get a deep sleep here, but he's down the hall, and like I don't know what's happening every second, and you have to let go.
I can only relate
in the sense of
Charlie, sense of my dog Charlie, but also like you were saying, the only happiness you worried about was your own. I am the complete opposite, and I'm trying to learn that my happiness is like kind of the most important thing for me in this moment right now. I guess in, my journal, mine was like just like writing about finding new meaning to like the routine that I'm doing and finding a new meaning for my journal. Like it is still a safe place, but it's like more of a place for me now. Instead of like writing down my deepest, darkest secret that's like haunting me and like I've been keeping whatever. Instead of that, it's a place where I can like dream and like make affirmations and still vent, but like there's so many other aspects of my life now that I'm ready to let come up and take over.
It's your private journal that is not just like the dumping ground graveyard.
Exactly.
But it's like the flower bed.
Yes.
We're planting seeds.
Holy shit, you're so deep.
That's what it is.
That's what she said.
Okay, we have to stretch.
We want to do partner stretching? For sure. Okay, ready?
Oh my God, I'm so sore. Does this feel like far to you or no?
Yeah.
Wait, does it go like this?
Oh God. Oh!
Does that hurt you?
Oh.
And stretch back. The last thing we did also is we finally hired a trainer that the two of us are sharing together. We have kind of different fitness goals. So my goal is to put on weight, you know, working with the strength training and also with the dietitian for my eating recommendations. But my goal is to like build muscle and put on weight. And Laura's goal is to also build muscle and to just get stronger and feel good physically. So we're working on that together. And here's a clip. We're doing 2 days a week together at 6:30 a.m. so that it doesn't cut into my precious work time that I already do not have enough of.